couple weeks ago, I went over some varying art styles, and I told you exactly what I thought about you if you did art in those styles. And now I'm doing it again, but for purely traditional art. Let's go! Oil painters. My professors were desperate for me to be like you, and I don't know why exactly. I feel like everyone who uses this style or medium of art is either highly pretentious and went to an actual art school to study this, or they are a self-taught artist who lives in the woods and thinks they're being dark academic, but they're really a hermit that listens to Hosier at loud volumes. You are a cat person though, or at least an animal person, and you are incredibly particular about things. Your talent is truly unmatched though, and once again, like I said in the other video, I don't understand painting, so at least you have that on me. Pencil artists. My people, this includes colored pencil artists, watercolor pencils, etc., etc. You get the idea. You probably spent a lot of your childhood years erasing so hard into your sketchbook and pressing so hard with the graphite in your sketchbook that you ripped quite a few holes in the pages. You also spent those formative years sitting at the outcast kids' bench or lunch table. How's the debilitating depression and the trust issues? If you haven't seen a therapist yet, you might want to. Marker artists. You are pure magic. Whatever you're doing, I want to know how you're doing it. You are whimsical and fun and pretty laid back. Even if you tend to draw darker things, especially for Inktober, you're really about the aesthetics, and you know what? That's fair. Everything you use, literally everything, comes from discount stores like TK Maxx, TJ Maxx, Ross if you're in America, or all of your Copics come from your parents buying you them for Christmas because you pointed at them at Michael's and you got them at a really, really young age and didn't know exactly what to do with them, so they sat in your closet for several years, and a couple of them are pretty dried up, but hey, a lot of them are still useful. I actually don't know anyone who can afford Copic markers or markers in general at full price, so you really like cartoons like Adventure Time and Over the Garden Wall. You also probably really, really enjoy anime. How's that obsession going for you? Tell me what your favorite anime is down in the comments below. Please give yourself a break though and actually go watch some of those cartoons or anime or whatever. Your anxiety definitely can't be helpful when you're trying to refill your marker pens at 3 in the morning. Watercolor. Patience of a literal saint, I swear. I don't think I could do this painting style whatsoever, especially because you constantly mistake your paint mug for your drinking mug. Those late nights must really be getting to your brain. Please go get some sleep. Gouache. This sounds like the fanciest medium on the planet, but I feel like I sort of understand it. You guys are a little less unknowable than other painting types, but I've heard your stuff can get moldy pretty fast, and I worry about what that means for you. Please check your fridge and maybe take some ADHD quizzes online, perhaps talk to a psychologist about getting a diagnosis. Your fridge and your food in general will thank you. Acrylic. You and the marker artist shake hands on getting everything at discount stores. Everything I know about acrylic paint comes from using it in cosplay and finding out that you really shouldn't be using certain types of acrylic paint on fabric unless you really, really want it to crack. You probably eat ramen quite a bit for your meals every day. You definitely have a lot of art student debt that you didn't think you were going to have. Capitalism has harmed you despite shopping at discount stores, and I am deeply, deeply sorry. Calligraphers. Listen, I don't know anyone who actually makes a lot of money doing this. You're probably involved in a pyramid scheme, and I think you're one of those aesthetic Instagram moms. Is this because I hate writing in cursive and can't do it and I was forced to in the 3rd grade? Probably. Am I still right? Yes. Graffiti artists. Really chill and the backbone of any normal neighborhood. More of you should be hired to do murals. I think we could all use a coat of paint in these trying times. You probably have some sort of job that lets you work with your hands, either engineering, mechanic, or maybe you're a costumer or you work in the theater or something. I like to think you have some sort of pet, perhaps a really laid back dog, and you drink way too much energy drinks and your favorite is Monster. And that's mostly because you work during the day and then paint in the dead of night. Seriously, when do you sleep? Like, most of the artists on this list actually do get a little bit of sleep. I don't think you get any sleep whatsoever. Also, you had a parkour phase that we don't talk about.
Parkour!
Typographers, the upgrade from calligraphy. You realized you were in a pyramid scheme and decided to use your powers for good instead of evil. You are the reason why my ADHD ass can actually read the words on a page, and I thank you for that. You're doing the Lord's work. You absolutely have some sort of academic degree, probably not in art though, maybe education or something, or you're a graphic designer and you do have a degree in art. But I think you probably hate the office part of being a graphic designer. You actually want to be like one of those monks that illuminated manuscripts way back in the day and not working for some terrible corporation. I'm so sorry. The world just isn't meant for typographers. Sculptors, clay, metalwork, what have you. You are a god. It doesn't matter to you. You create so many things with your beautiful hands, and I don't know how you do it. You are that one guy from the Iron Giant. You know the one, and I won't hear otherwise. You do subsist off of coffee and cigarettes, though. Not even a stray donut could ever come across your path. Please eat some real food. Traditional photography. You scare me a little bit. I think this might be because I consume a lot of true crime content and weird horror stuff online, but I'm a little wary of anyone with a Polaroid camera. You're probably a cool person, but I don't trust anyone with an actual dark room in their apartment, makeshift or otherwise. It just screams weirdo. You can blame 1 hour photo for that one. Modern art. Now when I say modern art, I mean the giant red circles and various shapes that people will just put on a white canvas and then hang in a gallery, and it sells for $1 million. I don't like you, and I really don't want to wax poetic about what your piece is a metaphor about. It's just boring. And to me, you come off as cream of the crop, super pretentious. Please draw a human body or an animal once in a while. I promise it won't hurt you. Thank you for watching. Please remember this is a joke, except for the modern art one, of course. I truly don't understand them. Anyhow, this will probably be a series. I'll intermittently put one of these videos up so that I have time to actually do my character designs. They're fun to make, and I am learning a lot about the art community. If you like my content, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. If you super like my content, go ahead and maybe consider becoming a patron or a channel member. It helps me out in these winter months so that I can put the heating on for my 3 cats and my darling husband. All of my socials will be down in the description below. I also have a second channel if you're interested in gaming called The Game Saint. But anyhow, just remember, don't look in your attic. It's where I'm hoarding all of my art supplies, and I do mean all of them. And no, you can't have any. Jacques, Herald of the Dark Roast. Meg, Exarch of the Golden Egg. High Artisan Anonymous Bee. Great Alpha Wolf Squilliam William. Nairuz, Seer of Rosy Mercy. Ghost, Infernal Collector of the Damned. Golden Paladin Court. Isabella, Redeemer of Bad Himbos. Keeper of the Lapin Warren, Robin. Most Royal of all the Rats. Ethereal Consort of House Vicarian. Fungal Sovereign Taz. Exalted Curator Wick. The Under-Elf of Delphinia. Paragon of Starlight. An impossible amount of rat babies. Divine Herald Jordan. Estrella, Sage of the Outer Realms. Wretched Sauce of House Worcestershire. Champion Pallypunk of the Immortal Valley. Tailor of Macabre Coney Livery. Eternal Apostle Austin. The Contingent of Fables. The Eminence of Light, Bunny. Exarch of the Ornate Tomb. Harley the Sanguinous, Grand Overlord Silas, being of exalted sunlight, delegate of Clan Latinurs, Eternal Consul Puja, High Magi Katie, the Herald of Wrens, Knight Susan of the Milkiest Order, Great Seer Clare, and Sir Matthew, Guardian of the Preserved Apiary.